Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 9 maths. The chapter name is persons. Today we cover the lesson which is percent of change, solve percent equations, percent word problems, convert between the percent, fractions and decimals, and find the percent tax discount and more. So we are going to finding it out this one by one. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using their email and passwords. Go to the subject tab, select maths from there, go to the grade 9. Then there are the list of the chapters. So today we are on second chapter, that is a person. Select it, and then here are the list of the lessons. So let's get start the first one. This is the percent of change. So let's get start. What is the percent of change from 25 to 26? What does it mean? It means that when you are going to finding it out the percent of change, you are going to subtract the greatest number to the lowest number. Always. What is the percent of change? Amount of change divided by original amount. So this is a basically formula of percent of change. Okay. So let me just write it here, a formula for percent of a change. So what is a percent of change? So what is a percent of change? The formula is amount of change divided by original amount. Okay, here is the percent of change. So if they are saying that what is the percent of change from, if they are saying that what is percent of change from 25 to 26. So first of all, let's just find the amount of change. Okay, so how can we are going to finding it out the amount of change? I'm going to finding it out the amount of change is amount of changes 26 minus 25. Okay, that is equals to 1. This is the amount of change. And now what is the original amount? Original amount is 25, because they are saying that percent of change from 25 to 26. It means that your original amount is 25 and your amount of change is 1. So let's just putting it in the formula. So when we're going to put in the formula, that is 1 over 25, and when you're going to divide it, you are getting the answer by using calculator. Let's get check. The answer is 0.04. This is the basically the percent of change. How can you convert it into the percent? Now look at here. This is a basically amount of change, as already we finding it out. So 0.05, how to convert it into the how to convert it into the percents? So for converting it into the percents, what we do, there is only one method to convert it into the percent. We're just going to multiply with 100. Okay, what we do, we're multiplying with 100. 0.04 times 100. So in this way we're getting our answer 4%. This is the amount of change of percent. So here is the formula for percent of change. You need to where it is, I don't know where it's going. Okay, just a simple thing. Okay, this is basically the amount of percent. the formula that we get it, which is change in amount, and then what's the next, that is basically how much total change which is occur from 25 to 26, and then you just need to finding it out the percent change is from 25 to 26, and then how much the original amount. Then if we getting the original amount, then we see that the thing. Okay, now let's just start the next. What is the percent of change from 60 to 81? Let's just solve this one. Percent of change, they are saying that percent of change from 60 to 81. All right, what's the formula for that? What is the formula of percent of change? So the percent of change, that is equals to amount of change, amount of change divided by original amount. Okay, amount of a change divided by original amount. So how to find the amount of change? Amount of change can be finding it out 81 minus 60. Okay, greatest to lowest. So 81 minus 60. This is the amount of change. And what is the original amount? This is 60. Okay. So 81 minus 60. What's the answer? That is 21 over 60. And when you are going to finding it out, 21 over 60, it's 0.35. Okay, now we are trying to finding it out 0.35. There is answer 0.35. Convert it into the percent, just multiplying with 100. Then what's the answer we get it, which is 35%. Understand? Here is the formula. The percent of change, which is amount of change over original amount. So amount of change we finding it out by there, and from the basically what's the answer we get it? I don't know why my voice is so. Now I hope you guys understand this lesson. Okay, so this is the percent of change. In this way we are going to finding it out, and there is a proper formula for that amount of change. You are going to write it down, this subtraction thing, and then for original amount, just putting the first amount here, how much the changes occur, we are going to finding it out. Then just simply the answer is in the form of decimal, convert it into the percents, just multiplying with 100. Okay, and that is your answer. Now let's just discuss the next lesson. Solve percent equation. So $6 is what percent of $6? So here is the percent equations. So first of all, I'm going to write down here the basically percent equation for that. Okay, you just need to write it down. Look at here now. So $6 is what percent of 6, and we are going to finding it out. Let me just try some another question. Let me do it this one. Okay, so here is your formula. Part over whole, that is equals to n over 100. This is the formula, then we get it. Look at here the question. $6 is what percent of 6? Here 6 is the part and here the next 6 is whole. Okay, and then n is not represented, we are going to finding it out. So part is 6, whole is 6, n is not given, and here is 100. Now you need to cross multiply. If it's not easy for you to cross multiply, then you are going to solve like this way. Okay, just simply multiply this 6 with that 100, this 6 with that n. Okay, so what it becomes, 6 multiply with 100, and 6 is multiply with n. What are, it becomes, this is becomes 600 over 6n. Now if you want to shuffle the positions, like 6n is equals to 600. Okay, now for finding the value of n, this 6 is multiply with this n. When we move it, it becomes in the form of division. So it's 100, so n is equals to 100. That is your final answer. I hope you get it. Let's do the next. So here is the question. 22 is 40% of what number? Okay, here what is the part? The part is here 22, and what is the percent which is given, that is 40%. So here is whole is not given. Okay, and then we're just going to finding it out like this way. So n represent the whole here, and then when we are going to finding it out like this way, I'm going to write down here what's the question, that is 22 is 40% of what number? Okay, then now this 22 is your part, this 40% is basically the n value, like your percent. What is whole, which is not given? Let's just put the formula. What's the formula here? As we know that the formula, which is part over whole, n over 100. What is part here? Part is 22. What is whole, which is missing? So we are representing with number x or n, anything. Like number x is easy. What is n? That is 40. And what is 100? As it is. Cross multiply. This become 40x. And here it's become 22 times 100. Okay. So 40x is equals to 2200. What's the value of x here? Value of x is 2200 over 40. When you are going to finding it out the answer, what you get the answer for that? So the answer of, like, you are just going to divide it. Let me just divide, and then you get the answer is 55. This is a total whole. Okay, in this way we are getting the answers. Hope you guys understand this lesson, this one. Now let's do the next question. So here are some next questions, which is 5 is what percent of 22? Let's just do it. 5 is what percent of 22. It's 25, I think so. So what is your part? That is 5. What is your whole? That is 25. Percent not given. Let's just put the formula. Part over whole, that is equals to n over 100. Let's just putting the value. What is your part? That is 5 over 25, which is equals to n over 100. Cross multiply, this becomes 25n is equals to 500. Now for value of n is 25 is multiply. Now here is the 25 is divided. And when you are going to divide 500 over 25, then you get the answer 20. So this is your value of n. Okay, hope you guys understand this one. So now this is percentage, so you can convert it into the percent. So 90% of which number is 18? Okay, 90% of which number is 18? So which one? So 90% of which number is 18? Putting the formula, part over whole, n over 100. What is part? This is 18 is a part. Whole is not given. Percent is given, that is 90. So the part is 18. So your whole is not given. So whole represented with n or x, anything. What is n? That is 90 over 100. Now let's just cross multiply with each other. So what it becomes? It becomes 90x, which is equals to 18 times 100. Okay, so the 90x, which is equals to 1800. So x is 90's multiply here. When we move it in this side, it become in the form of division. This 0 0 cancel, and here the answer is 20. Okay, so in this way we are going to solve that question. And if you want to convert it into the percent or that form, it's all up to you. So this is the percent equations. Okay, so solve the rest of the question by yourself. Now let's do it the third lesson, percent word problems. So here is percent word problems. Last night the two dinners specials at Lexi's favorite restaurant were salmon, fillet and steak. The restaurant served 10 special in all, 10% of which were the salmon flats, and how many the salmon fillets did the restaurant serve? So the salmon fillets basically the find 10% of 10. This is a basically 10% of 10. Okay? So we are going to finding it out 10% of 10. So just going to finding it out 10% of 10. So the 10% of 10. So what is part here? Not given. Okay, we are going to finding it out the part now. What is whole? Whole number is 10. Percent number is given. That is 10%. Let's apply the formula here. Part over whole, that is equals to n over 100. So what is part? That is missing number, which is x, over what is whole, that is 10. What is percent? That is 10, and 100 as it is. Okay. Now what we do, we are just going to cross multiply. This x is multiply with this 100, and this 10 is multiply with this 10. 10 times 10. So x is equals to x times 100, which is equals to 100. So x is equals to 100 over 100. So what is value of x? Which is 1. Alright. So this is your part value. Hope you got it. This is the formula that we are using, part over whole, percent over 100. So in that question, look at here. Robert brought the chocolate and vanilla cupcakes to school for his birthday. 32 students decided to take a cupcakes and 8 of them picked vanilla. What percent of students picked the vanilla cupcakes? We are going to finding it out. So basically how much the whole student is 32 and 8 of them picked vanilla. It means that a part is 8 and whole is 32. Okay, we are going to finding it out they are saying that percent. So let's write the formula firstly and then we get start solving. Okay, so part over whole, percent over 100. How much the students, total student, that is 32 and 8 of them is part of it. So 8 is a part, 32 is whole, percent is not given, which is n, and over 100. Now let's cross multiply and then check our answer. Okay, so here I'm going to cross multiply both of it. Let me just cross multiply. So 100 times 8, which is equals to 32 times n. Okay, so 100 times 8 is, it's 800, that is equals to 32 n. If you are going to shift the positions, first we are going to check. 32 n is equals to 800. Now here 32 is multiplied with this n. When it's moved in this side, it becomes in the form of division. So n is equals to 800 over 32. So what is your value of n? As we know that, you guys divide it and then tell me what is value of n. The answer I got it, which is 25, and this is your answer. Okay, here is the question and we have done like this way. Okay, let's just solve this one. In order to select the new board members, the French club held an election. 93 out of 93 members. Okay, total is 93. And how much the part? 93. Of the French club voted in the election, what percent of the members voted? We're going to finding it out what percent of members voted. Okay, so here we're gonna finding it out what percent of the members visited. We're going to finding it out here, value of n like this way, 93 out of 93. So let's just check for that. Okay, so 93 out of 93. So 93 out of 93. Okay, so the part over whole n over 100. What is part? 93. What is whole? 93. What is n not given? And it is 100. If you are going to solve it like just multiply, here are the same number like in this way. You are going to check 93 times n and 100 times 93. Okay, so n is equals to 193, 193, and double zero with it, because 100 times it's 93 with it, so you're going to write it, sorry, 193, not, it's 9300, and here it's 93. Okay, so your value of n is this should be canceling out with 1, and here are the still 0, so this is 100. So your value of n is 100. Okay, this is the thing that we have done. Okay, now let's do the next part, next question. These are basically all the things that we have done. Okay, so here is the question, that is this question. Let's solve it. A sports shop has 43 employees. How much the employees total? That are 43. So 100 of the employees work part time. 100% of the employees work part time. So how many part time employees does the sport shop have? So there are 43 in total. We're going to finding it out the part here. Okay, so 100% of the entire number, so 100% of 43 is part over whole and over 100. Part is find it, whole is 43, this is 100, and that is 100. Okay, percent, how much the percent? That is 100. Okay, let's just multiply and then check the answer. This and this should be cancelling out. Here the answer is 1 and 1. So n over 43, which is equals to 1 over 1, cross multiply, n time 1 is n, 43 times 1 is 43. So this is value of n. Okay, understand? Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So let's start the next lesson. Solve the rest of the questions by yourself. Now we start convert between the percent, fractions, and decimals. So how do you write 0.7 as a percentage? Just simple. what we do, we are going to multiply 0.7 with 100. So what it becomes when you are multiplying 0.7 with the 100, then it means that it's 70%. Understand? In this way, like you are going to convert like it's 70, not in the form of percent. Okay, it's 70. This is in the case of decimals. Got it? If you have some decimal, like for example, if I'm going to write it here, um, 0.93 converted into the percent. So how to use it? 0.93 just simply times 100, and this is 93. Okay, this is in the case of decimals. Now if you are going to write down in the case of, okay, let me write it here, one more question. Convert this into the, like for example, zero point 0.2 converted into the percent, just multiplying with 100, then you're getting the answer 20%. Okay, now let's discuss some another things. Convert this into the, I'm just checking my mic. Okay, how do you write 4 by 20 as a percentage? What does it mean? First of all, we can make denominator 100. Okay, and that just simply equal. Here is they are saying that how to write 4 by 20 as a percent. What we do, we make this 20 equals 100. So for making 100, what we do, we are multiplying and and dividing with the same number. So 20 is multiply which number, then you get the answer here 100. 20 times 5. 5. 4 times 5 is 20, and 20 times 5 is 100. So 20 divided by 100, what is the answer when you are going to divide? Okay, when you are going to divide it, this become 0.2. Understand? So 0.2, and now just multiply this 0.2 with 100. This is becomes 20%. So how to convert the fractions into percentages? First of all, we can make their denominator equal to 100. So we are thinking like in which number we are going to multiply the denominator, then we get the answer as a 100. So here is 20. So we are simply just multiplying 20 with 5, numerator as well as in the denominator, just checking their answer, and then in the end answer is multiplied with 100. So it can be changed into basically percentages. Okay, let's take some another example. This is in the case of fraction. 0.5 as a percent, just simply multiplying with 100. Okay, 0.67 as a percentage, just simply multiplying with 100. And 40% of a fraction in simplest form. What is the meaning of 40%? This is a bit different, like 40%, so you can write it as the simplest form. What is the meaning of 40%? It means 4 divided by 100. So 40 divided by this, and this should be cancelled. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 5 is 10, so here the answer is 2 by 5. If they are saying that like finding it out 50%, what does it mean? It means that 50 divided over 100. Okay, and then this 0 and 0 should be cancelled, so here is 5 by 10. Dividing it, it's 1 by 2. All right, so now this is basically the three cases. If you have a decimal like in the form of points, these numbers, then you're just going to simply multiply with 100. But if you have a number like in the form of fraction, so you just make the denominator equals to 100, and then you just divide it, and in the end you're going to multiply with 100. And now if something is in the form of percentage and they are saying that convert it into the simplest form, so what we do, first of all, we convert this 40% as a 40 only, like in the case of 40 divided by 100, and then just solving it out. Okay, these are basically the things. These are basically we convert the fractions and decimal percentages. Okay, now let's discuss the last lesson for today. Last lesson of the day, which is find the percent, tax, discount, and more. Tax, discount, and more. So first of all, how to find the discount percentage? Okay, there is a proper formula for that. Look at here. Original price, then you are going to subtract the discount price. Like for example, the original price of the chocolates are 1000, and the discount prices are, you can say that, a 30. Okay, just subtracting and then dividing their original prices. Like look at this question. From here we solve the question and then it's easy for us to understand. Okay, let's just read. A store owner discounted some emerald pendants from 700 to $469. What is the discount percentage? So here, what is the original price? This is 700. And what is the discount price? 469. And what is the original price? That is 700. Just simply subtracting and dividing, then you get the answer, and in the end you are going to multiply with 100. Then you just check it out, the number in the form of percent. Okay, so what is the percent of change, amount of change over total amount? This is the other one. And what is percent of discount? Here percent of discount we are giving original price, you are subtracting the discount price divided over original amount. Okay, now let's discuss the second question. A mother explained to her child that the price on the sign is not the total price for a table because the price doesn't include tax. She points out that a $260 table actually costs $273. Once the sales tax is added, what's the sales tax percentage? So what is the original amount? That is 200, and price with tax, price before the tax. First of all, we are going to check, and then price before the tax. Okay, what is the price? That is 273, and before the tax it's 260. And what is the price before tax, which is 260? Subtracting after dividing, and then in the end just simply multiplying with the 100. Okay, okay, solve this one. A specialty shop procures several mattresses for $400 a piece and offer them to customers for $916. So what is the markup as a percentage? So percent of a markup, selling price, and purchase price. What is the selling price here? Selling price is basically the given, which is 960. And what is the purchase? E-purchase is $400. And then what is the basically original price? That is 400. Subtracting and dividing it again then. Okay? And then in the end you are just going to multiply with the 100 to finding it out that percentage. Okay? All right, let's discuss the next question. Okay, now you guys, this already done, I think so. Okay, now you guys solve this question and then tell me the answer. I also showed the formula. This is so easy. You have only 2 minutes to check. So the Hector brought a wooden bench for $152 that was originally priced at $380. What percentage is the discount? So Hector brought a wooden bench for $152 and originally price is 380. So as we know that original price, you are going to subtract the discount price and then divide it over original amount, original price. So what is original price? They are saying that originally price is 380, discount price is 152, and original price is again 380. Subtracting 380 out of 152 and then just dividing over the total, that is 380, finding out their answer, and then in the end also multiplying with 100. This is the important thing. You're going to multiply all the answers with 100. Okay. Okay, now solve this one. An entrepreneur buys some beach umbrellas, each of cost 40, and resells online for 94. Each of cost is 40 and resell online for 94. What percentage is the markup? What is the selling price? Cost is 40. Okay, the discount amount is not given here. This is basically selling price, and purchase price. What is selling price? Selling price in it, as we know that each cost is, here is basically the thing which is given. That is, look at here the selling price which is 90. Okay, resell. And how much the purchase type? This is 40. And now what is the original basically purchase price? That is 40. Subtracting these two numbers firstly and then just dividing over that, and in the end you are going to multiply with 100 to finding it out the percentage. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So today we covered all these lesson. The chapter name today we covered, that is percents, and here are the names of the lessons. That is percent of change, solve percent equation, percent word problems, convert between the percent fractions and decimals, and find the percent tax discount and more. So before starting the next session, you guys make sure to practice all these questions, okay, as well as the test questions. And if you still need any help in any of the question, then you can contact tutors on Skype that are available Monday to Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. So for now, have a good day, you all. Bye.